Where's my other All right. Hey everyone, welcome to the Artsy Knitter. This is episode 18, way long overdue is what it should be called. It's actually called the birthday episode, birthday plus West Coast relaxation. West Coast chillin'? No, West Coast chilling. I think I'm going to call it birthday / West Coast chillin'. And the reason for that is because today is my birthday and I recorded on my birthday last year, so I wanted to do it again this year. And I'm on the west coast of Canada. I'm in BC, Vancouver right now, recording from a friend's place. I am your host, True, also known as the Artsy Knitter. So I'm on Instagram as the Artsy Knitter. My Ravelry profile is called the Artsy Knitter. And on Facebook and on the group, it's the ArtsyKnitterPodcast. We're also can be found Artsy Knitter Podcast as well as on iTunes. Now, I'm going to remind you about this at least twice today. iTunes are really important, not just for me, but for all the podcasters, because the ratings it makes it easier for you to find us in the long run, for new people to find us. So leaving a rating, a star rating, or a review, I would be truly grateful. So yeah, those are all my administrati. I gave you my name. And that's True without an E, by the way. Okay, so let's get right into it. I'm going to be trying to record a few episodes out here, maybe at least 2. Maybe interview some knitting stores and things like that. So yeah, let's get right into it. My ramblings. I'm on the West Coast. It's my birthday and a friend of mine was like, you need to relax because I have I don't know if I should, can I even, yeah, I can't show you on the I have like, my leg is all super bandaged up because I sprained my ankle badly a couple of days ago. Rushing to get to a photo shoot as well as taking my daughter to school. Oh my gosh. Having a sprained ankle as a photographer. Okay, as an everyday person, a human being, sprained ankles are a pain in the butt, okay? But as a photographer who needs to be on their feet, moving around, heavy equipment, doing what they need to do, it is ridiculously annoying. I hate the idea, as somebody that's pretty active, of lying there. I mean, a day or 2 is not bad, but lying there with foot in the air, like so, in my bed, drinking, like there's only so much of that you can do, like seriously. I enjoyed it, but I'm ready to like get back to work, so I'm still limping. So that's the shenanigans, the ramblings of what's going on with me. I also have been doing I think I've mentioned this the last episode. That's kind of part of why things have been a little bit hit and miss. And it might be like that for a while. I don't know yet, but I've been doing an overhaul on my business as of January. That means doing an online, heavy-duty, intensive business course. Basically, I was doing it 7 days a week, 365. Well, not 365, it's only been since January. But 7 days a week, just really like pick Ava to school, drop her off, come back home, work right until I have to go get her to school, then pick her up from school, feed her, you know, spend some time with her, put her to bed at 8:30, and literally work from 8:30 till midnight every day, including Sundays, trying to make sure I can get this course really like drilled into the brain. I come from an era, I guess, where I didn't really get as much what you call, I don't know, maybe I don't know if other people get, I don't know. I just didn't get a lot of that business training naturally. And so I have to learn things from scratch, how to think business-minded. So this course was really good because the teacher in this course, she's Kiwi from New Zealand, and she is hardcore, like kick your butt boot camp styles. So I've really been, since the crisis with my family, going on in my family, I think I mentioned this too, like looking back and trying to figure out what is the most important thing for me. What do I need to be pouring my energy into? And I don't want to let go of this show. I've had a few people write me about that, like, I know you have been posting a lot, but we really just, we'll wait, and, so I really appreciate that, anybody letting me know, stuff like that, because, if I don't hear, I guess, sometimes from people, I don't know, I'm just thinking, oh, it won't make a difference if I disappear, but it does, and I'm grateful, thank you guys for sharing that. So in order to keep the show going, I need to kind of remanage my time. So it's going to take a little bit of tweaking. Summertime's coming, so it'll be easier for me to shoot outside as well and get the show more active and things like that. And I've got to find a plan that works for me. So I'm going to figure that out. The friend that I'm spending time with here, he's a media guy, and he's going to help me with that as well. Just helping me understand I don't know, more how to structure from a business point of view or something. I don't know. He's not a knitter and he loves the show. Anyway, okay, so yeah, so I've been up to my eyeballs with restructuring my company, and so that's why the lax in posting. And also Yuki baby, which is little one, is also going to start knitting again, and I really don't want to let go of the show because this is the thing that we do together. That's how it started, as something that I wanted her to have, a bonding thing, activity that we put together, ideas for the show. I've told you before, nothing's really scripted. I have usually some light notes, but nothing, who knows what's going to come out of her mouth at any given time. And I think I like that because I wanted her to have like an ad-lib type of, it's almost like her getting this practice to do spontaneous hosting, I guess. I don't know. She wants to be on stage. So I thought, you know what? I want her to not be camera shy. That's the best way to put it than what I was trying to say 2 minutes ago. So yeah, this is why it made sense to have this as a really good activity for us. Anyway, moving along. So just bear with me. I'm not sure whether I'm going to do longer episodes like the Bakery Bears and then you guys can split it up as you wish, or shorter episodes and more separate apart, or maybe only 2 a month. I don't know yet. But it will level out, don't you worry. I know that consistency is important. You can always let me know what you think. What do you think would work? I don't know. Okay, so right on to gratitudinous. This is where I take the time to thank all my new artsy peeps because we are 120 artsy peeps strong. 120 strong we are. I want to say a special thank you to it's I Got This 83. She has been a super active member, as well as Lucy. I always hesitate when I want to say her name, and I'll get into that a little bit more. But first, so I wanted to thank those two ladies because they've been really active in the groups, especially in the knit-alongs that we have going on, that I'm going to get more in detail. But thank you, ladies. I just want you to know that I see your efforts. I see you being involved. You make me feel great, mostly because sometimes my knit-alongs were, I don't know, it's just these two, I wasn't even sure I was going to do them, and you guys have kept them active and chatting with each other and posting, especially because it's a stash buster, and I'm really proud of Lucy because she is killing it on the boards. So yeah, gratitudinous to Akan. Now all these names I'm about to pronounce, I'm like, whoa. So if I don't say it right. I don't know what else. I don't know what to tell you. I'm so sorry. Tegelas instead of Legolas. I don't know if that's where you were going with that name. Tegelas. Thank you for joining us. Maze Bug. Also Trilinda. And I want to say Isiva. Isseva. And this last name, it's a mouthful. Joe99 Friend Quill. I don't know. You will know probably by how I botch it and fumble around. I want to thank all those new members that have joined the group. Welcome. Don't be afraid to jump in there on the knit-alongs. One including the Operation Sock Drawer, which I am seriously miserably failing, but I plan to pull up my socks and stop slacking. And the next sock, even though I still need to finish the rye socks, Lord, these socks have been in the Hall of Shame for like, I don't even know how long. But because I want to start on one of the Lovelies new patterns that was kindly gifted to me. The Lovelies, aka Sarah Stevens from Fiber by Design with O Loops. Their yarn company is called O Loops Yarns, and I love these ladies. You have no idea. They are so consistent with me, so warm, so we talk a lot through Instagram. There's a heavy Instagram knitting world out there. If you do not have Instagram, Lucy. Need to get Instagram, okay? You need to join in on the fun. She gifted me a pattern which I have in my Truly Recommended, so just let me get back to that in a minute. So jump in, it's a year-long knit-along. Their second knit-along is the Stash Boom, and I do that because there's 3 M's. Stash Boom, 3 M's, 15. That's the hashtag. Oh no, it's 2015 I think I put, or 15, one of the two. The hashtag on Instagram. I just need to post some more pics. I have posted some things in there already. But brava, as I said previously, thank you to Lucy, to Lemmy Cole and Trilinda, and I got this 83. You guys have been killing it in the stash busting like thread. I've really been stash busting, so I'm gonna start posting this. So even though I'm failing miserably on the sock knitting, I'm trying. I'm working it out. Yes, and I know I have no bow tie today, but I have my red lipstick. I'm keeping some continuity. The set that I'm on today is completely different because I'm not at home. So I've decided to keep it nice and luxury, sitting in a nice big chair with my fur, so every once in a while through the episode you might see me stroking things like that. Just, I don't know. Bear with me, okay? It feels amazing. This chair is like my legs are up and everything. I'm just chilling. That's what this trip is about. Anyway. So we've talked about the knit-alongs. And thank you to the ladies for keeping that steady and strong and breathing life into those cows. I got this 83. You and I need to talk, girl. I need to like get on that with some Skype or something. So getting right along into whippies. What am I working on? Because I have not, those who may have noticed, I haven't been working that much. I haven't been knitting that much, but I didn't bring as much with me because I wasn't even thinking to myself until the last minute. And I say last minute as in when I was packing to go, like the last minute, a bit of things to go into my bag before getting on the flight, like heading to the airport. I threw in the cam recorder that I am now recording on because I was pretty sure my friend would have a good laptop that I could edit video on and it wouldn't feel like I'm crying from like 16 to 18 hours of like exporting because my computer is so slow. But I love you, computer. I'm not mad. Don't be mad. You gotta be nice to these things, and then they fail on you, and then you're like, yes, because you abused me. Anyway, I'm rambling now. So I decided to bring this with me. So I didn't bring as many things as I would have liked. So the first thing on my whippies, what I'm working on, my needles, I kind of started it and I was like hauling butt, and then I slowed down with the sleeves. And I realized, before I talk about what I realized, I'm knitting the Nomi, it's a little sweater for a little one by EBA Designs. I'm doing it on a 3mm needle, and I know, don't cringe too much, I'm using Mary Maxim Fresh, which is like an acrylic yarn, but it's super soft. Because, you know, if I use Madeline Tosh and this child loses his sweater, I'm going to cry. I'm going to cry anyway if she loses the sweater. But at least it wouldn't be because I spent $90 on the yarn. I'll wait before I start doing that for a little bit. Anyway, so now, let's see where we're at. Still have one sleeve. Can you see? I've got one sleeve on the needles right here. I am going to make it a 3/4 sleeve, I think. No, wait, I think I'm going to go all the way down. And then one more here. And then I have to pick up all, no, I'm supposed to have a good attitude about it. Pick up all the stitches all the way around and do this special kind of ribbing. I didn't do the regular ribbing. I'm going to show you what the pattern looks like. I did this really decorative style rib pattern. I think I have posted close-up pictures of it. So let me see if I can get a little closer and show you. Can you see how pretty that is? That's a rib stitch right there. And I'm going to have to put that all the way around the collar. So let me show you what the Nomi sweater looks like. There we go. Super cute. Can you see without the reflection? There, if I tilt it like that, is that better? Super cute. So yeah, that's what I'm working on with that. So what's happening is I actually need to go back and look at the sweater. I didn't mark down information, so I need to go back and look and see where I decreased, because I kind of fell off the pattern a little bit. This is really bad, guys. And now that I'm using, that segues into the fact that I got recommended this amazing app called Goodreader for my iPad, so that I could have patterns in that instead of the iBook on my iPad, and then I could record and write on that pattern where I'm at, notes, things that I've changed, and all that stuff. So I just finally started doing that. I could not figure out Knit Companion, the free version. I don't know. Maybe I just got impatient. That's probably more like it. So anyway, that's one piece down, one whippy. And the next whippy, of course, is for little one, because really and truly, guys, I am not knitting enough for this child. I have decided. This is going to be, I'm trying to finish this in time for her birthday party. I mean, she had a birthday in March, but I want to finish it for the birthday party, which we're thinking of having on May 9th. So I only have like a week and a half or something like that. This is called Summer Days, and it is Summer Days by Elena Nodell. Okay, so I'll see if I can show you without glaring out too much. There we go. See how cute that is with the little puff sleeves? I'll show you some of the detail on the shoulders. It's like a broken rib stitch, I think, on the body. Can you see that on the sleeve? On the body of the neck, like under the neckline? And the puff sleeves. And my mom already made her a dress for her birthday that's lavender, so this is supposed to complement. I mean, it would have been great to get something a little lighter, but I'd already had this in stash. I'm stash busting here, okay? So I think I'm almost at the tail, and I've created let's see here. Creating the sleeves, the puffy sleeves that are gonna go on right there. And what's it gonna be? This way, I think. And Like that. There we go. I don't know, it's not much yet, but it will be, guys. I don't know how much love it's gonna fully get because, let me see if I can show you another version of it in lime green on this cute little girl. Look how cute that is, guys. Can you see that without the glare? Sorry. But you'll be able to go on Ravelry and check that out. And my next whippy I'm working on is a mystery knit. Mystery because I spontaneously yesterday decided to, I'm going to try and hide some of this, to make this, end up making this into a design because it's meant to be a beautiful present for my friend here in Vancouver that I'm hanging out with, and he loves cashmere. So, and I don't knit with this color, like it's close to mustard, but this is actually a very golden, I hope it shows up, golden kind of like brown color, almost like a color of a red fox. So I'm not going to show you too much, but it is going to be a design that I'm going to put out, and I can tell you that the yarn is handmaiden, 100% cashmere, and that I'm knitting on 3.5 millimeter needles, and that the pattern is going to be called the Fox because he suits him. Actually, I even had, maybe when I do the pictures for the pattern you'll see it. His son gave him a glass with a little fox face on it, and I was like, this thing is perfect. I think it's because they call him the silver fox. He's just very smooth and elegant and like debonair. So he chose the color when we went to a knitting store. I think there's one near his house here, so he took me there, and I was like, oh my god! Hopefully I'll be able to go back there and talk more to the owner. Okay, what else? So the next, our next section, so those are the 3 whippies, because I didn't bring a lot of projects with me on this trip. But that's okay. I do have more ta-das. Now, because I've been really busy, my ta-das have been like very simple things. Part of what I do, I'm a photographer, I've shared that a couple times, and a collage artist, hence the name The Artsy Knitter. And sometimes at the end of an episode I'll show some of my works, and I have a few things to show today. And I needed some newborn props, and at the time when I first started doing newborn shoots, I wasn't knitting, so I didn't have any props, and now I can knit as many as I want, and they're quick. So here is the first one that I made. I stash busted. I used some Noro Curion, I think it is, left over from a bow tie that I made. Look at this cute hat. Can I show you without any glare? No. Dang it. Maybe if I go back here and I go like that. There. Do you see that? Do you see that? Yes. I think you can see it better now. But the gradient of this yarn, I almost dropped my iPad, is amazing. And then I put it on this sweet little baby. Now, it's supposed to be unisex, but I really made it so that I could use it on boys more. Can you see that? The glare is killer, guys. I'm so sorry. Maybe when I do it from this angle, I'm going to show everything from this. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so that's one of my ta-das. And that is called the Zenith. So the Zenith is done by Parna Merbani. You can just on Ravelry put in Zenith, Zenith. I'm not going to also have as many show notes, but I will try for this at least episode or the one's coming up to kind of put that in. But I used a 3.5 millimeter on that. I did 4 inches from the cast on because I didn't know if I wanted it too pointy. And then I said here in my notes, then once I started to decrease, which did the pattern called for my regular knitting in the round, i.e. knitted 6 rounds between the decreases. I did 5 instead. So I did go through helpful notes to kind of make some of these decisions. And I think that this gradient yarn will look really great when I turn the newborn image into black and white. So that's why I picked that yarn. What else? Another ta-da for the ta-da section. Oh my God, guys. So first let me show you the hat before I show you the photograph, because I've already used this hat in a photo shoot. This hat I've seen a couple times it's called the Little Apple Hat by Irina Boland. Let me see here if I can bring it up for you. Ooh, sorry. There. If I tilt it like that, you guys can see it. That's what I'm going to do from now on. That's the hat. Now, this is done in worsted weight. It's a free pattern. I think so is the Zenith, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And here is this gorgeous baby that I fell in love with through my knitting group. I wanted to knit something very specific for her, and I think it worked out so perfect. Like, I can't even explain to you how much I love this image. Her mom just flipped out. I've gotten really great response from this image, and there's like a window down here, like there, that people walk by on the sidewalk, and I'm like recording and I get distracted. So if it looks like my eyes are dodging to some random place on the floor, it's not. Yeah, anyway, sorry. But this, guys, prepare yourself. Are you ready? Look at this baby. Look at that hat. Came out so perfect. I didn't crochet the hat, the leaf. I knitted it. So in my show notes, her eyes are so big and bright. In my show notes, I do say, like, I think I wrote in here, if you go through the notes, you can find people, like, she does have some suggestions in the pattern, I think, for different style leaves that you can do. And then the brown stem is a I-cord. So that's that. I didn't even put what needle size I used for that. That's just strange. I try to keep my notes up to date. Try to do that, guys, because notes and being thorough with your notes, sorry for being off camera there, is really helpful for newer knitters and to any kind of knitter. Like, if it wasn't for some of these next pattern that I'm going to show you, I found some notes that were really helpful to me. And I did list, I think, what was good. Like where the notes were from. I'll tell you in a second. This again is a pattern, for little one called, I wanted to make her some more stuffies. Since we started doing the Mrs. Bakery Bear by Kay Jones, she has developed this thing for stuffies, and when I say thing, I mean like we're doing something in the living room, she will pick up every bakery bear we've knitted and all these other stuffed animals, pile them into her hand and bring them into the living room to sit with her while she's doing some other random thing that has nothing to do with stuffies. Okay, so that tells you right now that she's into these stuffed animals. Yes, moving on. This one that I'm making, she has no idea these two stuffies are, well, I'm going to talk about one. I went on Instagram and saw on Kay Jones's thread, which is Briny Bears, that she was knitting this bunny. and it's called the Bonbon by Susan Claudino. It came out in March, so it's new, and it's within worsted weight 3.75 millimeter needle. Let me actually bring a cute little picture up. Yeah. There. If I turn it away from the glass that's in the front of us, you will see it easier. Look at the little feet. Super cute. I'm doing a different style. I'm not doing the knitted tail. I'm going to be doing a like pom-pom, like what you put on your hats. I'm going to do the pom-pom style tail on this bunny. So what I did with mine, let me see if I can bring up mine today. Oh, here we are. I also had an Instagram thing where I got people to help me choose the nose because I had a white nose, a black nose. I ended up going with the black nose or pink. That was almost a tie. And then the gracious Obi-Wan Knitter from the Bakery Bears podcast chimed in. Him and Lydia were the breaking of the tie. They were both like, hands down, you just need to do the black already. It's going to make it more realistic and believable, like as if they could come to life. And that's the whole point, right? So here was the contest image that I put on to Ravelry. Can you see that? Can you see it? Without the glare. And I thought maybe I had another final image with the nose completed and her coat. I wonder if I'm going to come out of this for a second just so I can see if I can show you how she came out. I used the dress pattern and converted it, modified it from the, no, I don't have it on here. It's on another thing that I snapped. I don't remember where. But I will upload the new image for it. But at least you get to see her finished. I have no idea what she's going to be named, but she's gonna have a black nose. Can you? There. So she has Madeline Tosh ears in Cosmic Wonder Dust, and then I just used Barocco for the body. I don't remember the color. It's like a turquoise blue-green. And then I made her coat out of Koigu, this pink coat. And then I knitted it, part of the pattern from the Bakery Bears dress, but made it smaller and altered it. And then instead of turning it this way, I turned it backwards to make it, so instead of seaming up the back, I turned that and made that the front, and then crocheted all the way around the edges. And then I just need a little button or a flower or something cute to go there. But I wanted it to have a tricolor, so I did the ears a different color. Tricolor, what is it? Double, like the ears are one color and the bottom, I don't know. Anyway, so that's another finished object that I had done. Then next episode, I want to wait until the following episode where you'll get to see them, because I'm sure they'll be co-hosting with Little One. But I'm going to wait till then before I talk about the last one that I did, because I don't have them here, and I feel like I don't have a good enough picture to show. So that being said, we're going to move on to our Truly Recommended. This Truly Recommended section is all about the O-loops. Basically, is what I realized as I was doing my notes. These two patterns I'm about to recommend, or there's three, but two of them are in my queue to knit next. And there's just not enough time in the day. But one of the socks I want to start right after I finished my rye socks, or I might actually cast them on at the same time, is the Just Another Vanilla Socks by Sarah Stevens from the Fiber by Design O-Loops podcast. She gifted me this lovely pattern, and I am super grateful, and I'm going to knit that next. I just have to choose what of the sock yarn I have before I can figure out, like, you know, am I gonna do like maybe a short ankle version of it, but I'll show you what it looks like. She actually did it in some really great colorful yarns. Oops. There we go. I might even make it an ankle version for the summer, but I actually really like it in this yarn. She used the Oloops 80/20 gold sock. She used the Oloops platinum sock. The Three Irish Girls Adorn sock, weight yarn. So yeah, you can get this pattern. It is $2.95, and you can actually also go onto their Etsy account and order yarn for it. What about can we just say a complete package? Like, these guys are just one complete. And then you could go and knit your socks with their yarn while watching their episode on YouTube. Check them out. Their podcast and the Fat Squirrel are the only ones in some ways that I have a chance to like keep up with. Try to do the Dark Matter knits as well. She's amazing. And then I also got gifted by the other co-host, Lydia Brown of the Oloops. Her new design, the design bug has bit her. And she's made a cowl called the Marcella Rose. I'll show you first before I talk anymore. Oh, can you see? There she is, the sweet Lydia in her cowl. And I'm going to knit that next. Or at least try to knit that next. I have to sit down. I have a little list of things that I want to do. And that's fingering weight. And you can knit it on a 4.4 millimeter or US 6, and it's anywhere from 630 yards to 800 yards to make that. Now, the pattern is $9.95 US, and she says the price of this pattern has been inflated for the months of March and April 2015, so the 20% of the profits can be donated to pancan.org Foundation to help wage war in the fight against pancreatic cancer. The donation will go towards the research in hopes of finding a cure. She designed this cowl in honor and memory of her beautiful mama, Marcella Rose. After fighting stage 4 pancreatic cancer for almost 2 years, her mom lost that fight in January 2012. You can go in and just look at the pattern and just read more about it, but there's just such a beautiful thing connected with the donation of 20% to this. I really want to encourage you guys to get in there and think about purchasing this cowl. So I'm excited to knit that. I gotta get that. Actually, while I'm here, maybe what I'll do, Lydia, is find some yarn for it. What else? And oh, that was the other thing. She has put out a second pattern. I think it's that's her first pattern she ever put out. And now she has this called, another pattern called Ireland's Teardrop. And so it's a sweet little market bag, basically. I'll show you, which I actually need one for myself too. So can you see that clearly? It's a really great bag for the spring, for shopping. It's worsted weight, 218 to 400 yards, and did she use? No, she used merino wool for it. But it's a really, really cute shopping bag, and the way she did it, the handle wraps and kind of helps you to contain the bag into a smaller nugget, I want to call it, and then you can put it in your handbag and take it where you want. So I really love that. So that is definitely part of the truly recommended. What else? So I just have to make a room to knit all these things. but I definitely want to do the Marcella Rose. My father died from bile duct cancer, which is also close to the pancreatic cancer type thing. It's all there. So she and I both lost a parent to cancer in that way. So I think I feel connected to this piece that I want to do. And winding down to the end of the show, I want to get into, I always try to show a little bit of artsy stuff. So I will show you maybe one or two of the collages. Now, one of the goals with my collages has always been to try and have, with collage artists, they always have a hard time finding content that doesn't have copyright issues. And I wanted to kind of have it so that I'm shooting more of the content that I need for my work. So here are one of the pieces that I worked on recently. I can show it without any glare. It'll be a miracle. So the profile of the young lady is an image, a fashion image I did, and then I did a cityscape image of Toronto. Come on in.
Interruption.
Oh, interruption.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear True. Happy birthday to you. It's True's birthday, everyone, so you gotta say happy birthday, okay? That's just a little bit of an interjection in the knitting show.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. I totally didn't expect that. I thought I was going to be finished recording before you got here. This is so beautiful. So it just smells really great right now. I love these guys. These are like my favorite. Can you see that? See my flowers? Oh, look at. I can't remember the last time I even got flowers, okay? Some of the rest of these beautiful flowers right here. Oh my gosh. I totally didn't expect that. Anyway, back to focus. And one of the other pieces I just finished working on collage-wise. These will be in my Etsy store at some point. Same profile shot, but I just changed the design and just kind of working on some ideas and fleshing it out. And then, this one's not finished, but I kind of like her. I want to call her City Girl. Yeah, so yeah, that's a little bit of my artsy spotlight. And if you want to follow a little bit more of the art stuff that I do, you can go onto my Instagram on the @TruePhotographer. That's my name ID on Instagram. I also have two different fan pages on Facebook. One for my portraiture. I do modern women's portraiture, like contemporary portraiture, and basically taking the everyday woman and making sure she can feel like she could be on the cover of any magazine. And then I have my art and fashion stuff on True Ferguson Photography, and that's the title of my Facebook fan page as well. So two different pages to kind of separate the work. And I'm hoping in the next couple months or couple weeks I'll be getting organized for a new exhibition. So there's a lot on the plate right now. But I think that is pretty much everything. I just want to remind you, where's my notes here? I just want to remind you that to stay connected, the Instagram is at the Artsy Knitter. And join the Ravelry group, introduce yourselves, otherwise I'm not going to know you there. And to sign off, the iTunes ratings and star review, the star ratings and the reviews are really important. So let me know by setting up, writing a little something. I think you can keep it anonymous if you wish. And in this video, right down here somewhere along the edge, there is a button with thumbs up. So like this video, Share it through your Google Plus, on Facebook, whatever you like. And then you'll be able to get connected with the Facebook group that I have for the show. But yeah, so I'm going to do my best, guys, to keep going. As you can tell, also I forgot to let you know that I'm wearing the Staghorn fingerless gloves that I knitted. And my pendulum, I think, which is by Amy Miller. Don't quote me. I just know it's called the pendulum, okay? Let me see. It's my favorite colors. See that? Decided to wear that today. It also has cashmere, so I wanted it to have something luxury with me on this trip. But yeah, thanks so much for having patience with me, guys. I'm going to be trying to post as much as I can. I just don't want to compromise on the quality of the video, and now that I'm here, I can edit while I'm here. And then when I get back to Toronto, we'll see how it goes. I may have to go back to that YouTube capture stuff. Alright, that's it. I sign out by telling you, you know what? Knit like a rock star.